Jackson looking to throw right away. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Throwing again is Lamar. Bateman hauls it in. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Leo Chanel able to bring him down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Jackson now on third. That's caught for the first. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Lamar off the play fake. Connects with Bateman. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Pistol snap to Jackson. Throwing deep for the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And the Chiefs have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They go play action. It's Mahomes. His first throw is an interception. Breaks the tackle, still going. And the Ravens take over after returning it inside the red zone. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, a run for Henry. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Running once more with Henry. Dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Touchdown! The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Justin Tucker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Returns looking good so far. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Yellow!
Right back to Pacheco. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Coming in for the stop is Michael Pierce.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Now it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
A loss of 5. It's 4th down.
We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Ariza to handle it. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They've got 4th down, so we should see the punt team on to send it away.
Hey, 15.
They'll go. It's Mahomes. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. How about 19 yards on 4th down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. He's going deep. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Mahomes throwing for 2. Headed out right. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. First touchdown of the game for them, partner, and immediately they go for 2. That feels like an analytics-based decision there.
Can I just tell you, I'm kind of tired of analytics. I am. I'm tired of falling on analytics when it fails. Oh, the process was right. Oh, we just didn't get the result. No, I don't like that decision this early in the game. You're going to be chasing that decision and those points.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Another run for Henry. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Lamar out of the pistol. Gets this one to Andrews. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play. So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. The Ravens in possession. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down throw for Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That was Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. So 2nd down coming up. We send a man in motion. Lamar now from the gun. Has it at the 7. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
They'll run here with Henry. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. Offense up to the line fast. Jackson to throw it. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. All right, so this solid first half continues for Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Ravens grow their lead to 8. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens get it back after making their 3rd first half interception.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the gun, Jackson. Getting out to him, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. And they get to him again. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Right. Attack! Come back! Hey, 57!
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
The trajectory of that ball changes while it's in flight. I'll tell you this, Kate, on shorter throws, these receivers are so good to adjust, can still bring it in. But over a long distance, a tip like that alters the course of the ball, and it sure makes it tough to adjust in time.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
43! 43!
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
Yellow.
Looking to throw. That's cut beyond the marker. 40. Now here it goes, down the right sideline. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. The Chiefs making the call. They're going for two again.
50, yellow, 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 yellow.
Again, Mahomes to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points. Well, you look at the scoreboard, partner. They trail by only a couple, but they have failed now on a couple of 2-point tries in this game.
Yeah, could be tied, even leading right now.
Exactly. Maybe some second-guessing happening on that sideline.
You know, I'm glad you bring that up, Kate, because that does start to happen here. Sure, teams love to be aggressive, you hear that all the time, but I guarantee you, on the sidelines, in the locker room, on the plane, after the game, they're going to be talking about why didn't we just take the points when they were available.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here's one.
They go play fake with Jackson. Won't make the play on that one. It hits the deck, incomplete.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
This is Henry on second. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a race down the right side. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens push their lead further to start the half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Come back.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
A 2nd down run by Pacheco. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger but that back remains hungry.
Easy. Right side.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. And that one is picked off, but wait a second. Oh, he came down out of bounds, so that's just going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Right side.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. This is ahead for about 5. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
From the 46. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here's Mahomes. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Travis Kelsey, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So the Chiefs going for 2 once again. Pistol now for Mahomes. This is caught. And he's almost there, but no! They stop him at the last moment. Wow, he's going to be just inches shy of that 2-point conversion. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Hardy on the return. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing again is Lamar. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Pistol snap to Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the fourth. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. Return.
Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24. And it gives them the first down. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs take a 4th quarter lead. Travis Kelce the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4th.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
Reed now to kick this one away. Hardy on the return. And he gets him into a good spot, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40-yard line. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Blitz coming, Lamar. Finding Flowers. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 1. That's low and bounces short of his man.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Henry's going to try to pick it up. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That one gains 7. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Lamar now from the gun. Bateman hauls it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. Third and short.
And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
First and 10. Here's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Ravens trailing by 5. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Henry. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they could muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. A draw now. This is Henry. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they had the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. Henry. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won them this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And unable to connect on that throw, so they're still ahead. Now they just have to defend it over the final seconds here. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Ravens make the play that should win them this game.
I'm vanilla, baby. But I ain't no killer, baby. 28 telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skilla, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't need no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, whip your lovin' on me. Young J-A-C-K-A-K-A, Rico like Suave, Young Enrique, speaking at AKA. She's an alpha, but not around your boy. She get quiet around your boy. Hold on, don't know what you heard or what you thought about your boy, but they lied about your boy. Going dumb, and it's something idiotic about your boy. She wearing cheetah print, that's how bad she won't be spotted around your boy. I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28 telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me. Young MISSIONARY. He's sharp like barbed wire. She stole my heart, then she got archived. I keep it short with a Lord Farquaad. All the girls in the front row, all the girls in the barricade, all the girls have been waiting all day. Let your tongue hang out, everything. If you came with a man, let go of his hand. Everybody in the suite kicking up their feet, stand up, dance. I see you. And all the guys in the back waiting on the next track. Cut your boy a little slack. It's Young Jack. I'm vanilla, baby. I'll you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28 telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me. That's right, that's right. Whip your lovin' on me.
It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.